1. I think it's more important than television because it can reach everyone. Whether you're rich or poor, whether you live in the city or live in the desert, you can hear about what's happening in the world. Nowadays, you can get ones that run on solar power or that wind up, so you don't need batteries anymore.
2. Many people read these every day. They like to read them in the morning. Traditionally, they were printed. But these days, most of them are also available online.
3. These are online platforms where people can connect with other people. They have made communication much easier. We can scroll through other people's pictures, posts, updates, and comments.
Hi, and welcome to the show. Our guest today is Dr. David, a professor of journalism. Thank you for joining us, Dr. David.
Thank you very much for having me.
So, Dr. David, do you think that in the digital age, social media is replacing traditional journalism? Or can the two exist together?
Well, social media is having a huge impact on the world of journalism. Social media is often faster than journalism at spreading breaking news. However, I don't think it will ever completely replace traditional forms of journalism. And of course, there is the problem of fake news.
That's true. Some people claim that today anyone can be a journalist. You just need a smartphone and to be in the right place at the right time. As a professional journalist, what's your opinion about this? Can anyone be a journalist?
Well, I believe that it's not as simple as that. We should remember that journalism is not only filming or writing about events. It is important to research and report on issues in depth and consider important questions around a topic such as, why did these things happen? Who is involved? What is the context of these events?
So what do you think about claims that newspapers will disappear in the near future?
You are right to some extent. Sales of printed newspapers are going down. But at the same time, the popularity of online newspapers is growing, and growing fast.
Interesting. Why do you think that is?
Well, we're living in a digital age, and people want digital versions of materials that, traditionally, were always printed. For example, books, magazines, and newspapers. As a consequence, most newspapers are now available to read online. Journalists can add audio, images, and videos to enhance their reports.
So my final question is, what do journalists need to do in order to cope with these changes and compete with social media?
Actually, there are many things they can do. Firstly, journalists need to develop their technological skills by keeping up with developments and trends in digital media. Secondly, they need to think about how to integrate audio and video into their reports to make them more engaging. Finally, they need to learn how to use social media to support their reporting.
That's all we have time for today. Thank you very much, Dr. David.
You are right to some extent. Sales of printed newspapers are going down, but at the same time, the popularity of online newspapers is growing, and growing fast.
Online, online. Consequence, consequence. Device, device. Teenager, teenager. Excessive, excessive. Participate, participate.
You might think that starting a blog is very challenging, but it is not as difficult as you think. There are so many websites and online tools to help you that anyone can start a blog. The first thing you need to do is to decide what you want to blog about. The most important question to ask is, what is my passion? You should blog about something you love and you know a lot about. Then you need to choose a really good name. These days, people have really short attention spans, so you only have a couple of seconds to make an impression. Next, get hosted. This may sound technical, but there are plenty of hosting websites that do everything for you. You just need to sign up and choose a package. Once your website is hosted, you need to think carefully about the design and layout of your blog. Choose a theme for your website. I prefer simple, clean layouts. Think about what color will be attractive for your blog and make sure you use a font size that is easy to read. The last technical thing you need to do is to add social media buttons and like buttons to your blog. It is important to link your blog to other social media accounts. Now you're ready to write. Writing a blog post is the most important part of blogging. You need to post regularly, at least 3 times a week when you start. People do not like to read long pieces of text online, so include lots of photos in your blog posts too. Finally, an important thing to remember is to stay safe online. Do not post any personal details like your address or your school on your blog.